Hey folks, Nas here, coming at you with a guide for Medieval Dynasty. So in this guide, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can potentially make in upwards of 9,000 coin on your first day starting a new game in Medieval Dynasty. Now I did quite a bit of testing on this. I want to say I made like 25 games, 10 of which actually have this cart right here at the starting point. So if you literally come in and look left, you may have a cart right here. And if you do, it will always have a straw hat and a copper sickle. Now, the copper sickle and the straw hat, you can sell these items for coin if you wanted to, or you could keep them, wear the hat, use the sickle when you have crops or whatnot. But from this point here, you don't have to have the cart. I did my testing with the cart in the game because I like having those extra items. I like finding the carts around the map and all that good stuff. So if you don't have the cart, you can still do this guide, and I'll show you how. So when you first start the game, cart or no cart, open your map. You're going to be looking at going to this area right over here. I'm going to put a marker on it. You can see where it is there. Pause the video or whatnot. That way you can get this spot good to make sure you're going to be running to the right area. So you're going to turn around after putting the mark. And it's always a good idea to keep the mark. That way you can kind of stay on track. And you're basically going to run straight to that mark. So we're going to follow this pathway down here. And all of these pathways, or excuse me, all of these routes that I'm going to be showing you are about the safest route you can take to get to these different locations. Now you see I'm actually stepping off the road. I'm literally going to try and make a straight line to my mark to our first location. And what you're going to be looking for, and you may have already seen them in posts and videos that other people have made, are the stones, pile of stones with a shovel. Now, what you can do is when you reach this point, there is a cave right there. But we're not going to visit that cave just yet. We're going to go there second. The first thing you want to do is come across this bridge and then turn to the right and kind of head up through these trees. And you're just going to follow this line and head up right up over this hill. And then as soon as you get to the top of the hill, right here, you kind of look to the left, and there is your rocks, pile of rocks, and a shovel. Now, if you get to that point and you don't see these rocks, I would suggest starting a new game and then doing that process over again until you have these rocks right here. Because this set of rocks is going to get you 4,000 coins. Every time I've started the game and I've had these rocks in here, it's always been 4,000 coins. I haven't had anything else here. So pick up your 4,000 coins. I would not even worry about the stone and then the wooden shovel, because you cannot craft a wooden shovel in your personal crafting wheel. You have to have the smithy workbench in order to craft a shovel. So you don't have that yet. But you may need the shovel if you were building and needing to remove trees, or if you're wanting to go and dig up clay, you need a shovel. But anyway, go ahead and pick up your shovel. Now, what we're going to do is you're going to open your map back up and you're going to mark the starting point again. So your starting point is right here where all these three roads come together. Mark that. That way you can stay on track. You can see it there at the top of the screen. Now, when you're leaving, if you run straight off that edge there, you're going to take damage. But if you come up and kind of weave through here and come back down here where this tree is and follow this little pathway that's, down through the mountain here, you're not going to fall off those rocks and take damage. And then you come back here to the road, and we're going to follow this road right back down to that stream that we crossed to get over here. Right here. So there's the bridge that we crossed to get over here. Now, if you really wanted to be adventurous on day one with no weapons or anything, there is sometimes a cart at the other, probably, I don't know, 5 trees up. Sometimes there's a cart in the bend of this creek that's busted, and there's some goodies there. However, you're starting to venture up towards Wysant and Wolf. So I'm trying to keep you as safe as I can with getting you as much coin as possible. Now you can follow this creek down, and everything here is safe. I've never ran into any animals or anything, but if you come through this cave, you can see it there at the end. There's a bronze pick. You can pick up your bronze pick, and then there's 3 iron ore. Can I pick that up? Iron ore. And I don't think there's any in the water. No. Then you can literally just come out this side and start heading back towards your marker, which is going to be at the starting zone. What I like to do is, instead of just running straight through there, because you can actually, there's some boar, I believe, back over here. So once you reach this little clearing right here, you'll see the bridge where the creek runs up, and there's the bridge that you crossed, and we went on this side of that fence to go back over there to the first point. Then you can come back up here to the road, and it's going to take you right back to the starting area. And matter of fact, if you have the cart in your game right here, I wouldn't even bother picking up the items out of that cart first. I would mark that point back over here and run to that first. Don't worry about getting the pick out of the cave. Don't worry about getting the stuff out of the cart. Run to see if your coins are here. Because at the very least in your game, you're going to start with 4,000 coins. And we got that in a matter of minutes. This is already hands down better than my 2,000 coins first day video that I did several months back during the testing phase. So even if you don't get any of the other items that I'm going to be listing in this video, starting with 4,000 coins is damn good. Alrighty, so now we've gotten our stuff out of the cart. We've gotten our pick. These are all random. The pick may not be in your game. The cart may not be in your game. Obviously, if the first stone pile is not in your game, restart until you at least have that first stone pile. So these are all random. I'm just showing you things that could potentially be in the game that you could also get on your first day. Now, we're going to open the map, and we're going to go to our second area. So we're going to see the little squiggly line on the road right here. We're going to mark this area right here. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to follow this road west. So this road right here, you're going to follow that west to this point here before you make that turn to go straight to this marker. So let me head down here, and I'll see you folks in just a second. Alrighty, so we're kind of at these crossroads right here. I'll show you again on the map. We're at these little crossroads. So we started here, we ran down this little road here, we're at the little crossroads. Sometimes there will be a cart here, and it will have potions and stuff in it. So if you've got the cart here, definitely pick up those potions. They're useful for sure. Now, from here, we're going to head straight up through this little valley in the mountain right there. And then we're going to take a hard right around the backside of this particular hill. Then we're going to turn right, and then we should be lined up on our marker. You can see up there in the sky that our marker. And you should be able to run straight to this marker. Now, your marker may not be exactly on where we're going, but at least you're in the general area, and you can see from the video how to get there. We're going to run straight through these trees, and then there's a little mound, a rock mound right there, and you can kind of see the shovel. You can come up here. Again, there's a wooden shovel. You can grab the shovel if you want. We're going to go ahead and grab it. I'm going to take the 1 stone, and then there's 2,000 coins here. Now, your game may not have this. The whole key thing is that your game has the first 4,000 coins, and then everything else after that is going to be a bonus. So now we've got, excuse me, we've got the 4,000 coins. We got a bronze pick. We got a copper sickle, 2 wooden shovels. We got a flat straw hat. We've got 3 iron ore. I'm going to drop the stone because it's just going to be dead weight. They're not valuable, and you can get stone all over the map. And we have 6,000 coin. So you start the game with 50 coin. So now we've gotten 6,000 coin day 1. Hadn't even started our first quest yet. Now, from this point here, you're going to head right back to that crossroads. So open your map. And I always suggest doing markers after you're picking up the different money values and stuff. Maybe do an F5. That way you can, if by chance some freak thing happens and you get some animal running out of its area or something and attacks you, at least you can F9, reload, and go back to the last point you saved at. But we're going to go right back down to these crossroads. Now, down over here are wolf. So that's why we want to stay on these direct paths. So you can see my marker is there. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to face just east of that a little bit. And that's going to take you right back the way we came. You can see right up through there. That's where we came from, where my little marker is in the center of the screen. Now, bears are that way. So you want to kind of stay tight to this, because I have run into the 3 bears doing my test, or 3 bears, excuse me, the 3 wolf doing my testing. Alrighty, so there we go. Yeah, see, we came around this side of the mountain here, just like this, and come down here. There we go. So once you get back down here to the crossroads, you can open your map again. And then if you've seen all of these different locations, which you may have, we're going to end up going to that island right there. But we're not going to run straight there. What you want to do is actually run down this direction. Follow this road right here down this way, because we're going to be looking, you're going to look for another cart. Follow this road until it starts falling down off the hill. So then right here, so we're coming down off the hill. We followed this road all the way down. There's a cart right here as you're coming down the hill. And there's going to be a bronze sickle and several pieces of flax stalk. Now, you really can't do much with the flax stalk until you start getting the sewing hut and everything up. But you have the flax stalk. You can either sell it or you can hold on to it and use it when you get the sewing hut. Now, from here, there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can head straight over to here, which is what I suggest doing. Or you can come down along here, and there's a cart that's sometimes here. There's some logs and stuff on the side of the road here. And then you're going to want to check bridges on your way back to Gustovia. But to keep the loop going, I'm going to head straight over to the island. So there's the marker there. Now, as we're running through here, we shouldn't run into anything the rest of the way. Now, you can see some of these links and stuff running around. However, once you start getting close to this opening down here, and a matter of fact, I just saw it, there are moose in the area. You can see a moose down there. So you want to kind of give that moose a little bit of a wide berth and keep an eye on him. You can see he's kind of walking this direction, so we're just going to keep staying to this side a little bit until we get past him, and then we're clear, and we're just going to keep heading straight. Everything else over here that you're going to run into is just going to be the deer, and nothing should bother you. Now, as you're crossing the water, you probably noticed I took a drink. You can drink while walking. Just hold down the E button. And then here is your next shovel, iron shovel. Pick up this rock there, and there's your 3,000 coin. Again, we're going to drop the stone because we don't need it. And we'll keep everything else. Now, what you want to do is you're going to head back towards this bridge. So we're going to cross the water again, and we're going to follow the roadway. Now right here, I'll show you where I'm at on the map. There are 3 logs, a stone axe, and meat. Now, logs and the stone axe are going to be easy to get. So I wouldn't necessarily say load up because you've got limited weight right now. You can only hold like 35 kilograms. I would pick up the mead because you can sell the mead. You're going to have a quest for a stone to make a stone axe anyway. And logs, well, if you look around, there's trees all over the map. So I would not worry about encumbering yourself with logs and a stone axe, something easy that you can make. So I'm going to leave those there, but at least if you want them, or you can come back and get them later, as long as you remember they're there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to walk over here, and you always want to check the bridges, because if you look at the other side of the bridge, we got a couple of barrels over here. Now these barrels don't have great stuff in it. So like this first one here is only going to have some oak grain in it, but grain is good. That's 2 less grain we would have to buy. And then this other barrel here actually has tree seedlings, and there's 3 of them. So, and they sell for a pretty good chunk. So you could sell them if you wanted to, or you could hold on to them and plant them around your village, or even decorate your village with them or whatnot. But we're going to head back across the bridge, and we're going to come over here to this little crossroads here, and I'll show you what crossroads we're at. Boop, right here. Oh, there's my marker. Let me remove the marker for the bridge. But right here, where I'm standing, sometimes there's a cart here. It'll be crashed right next to this tree, and there'll be a few items in it. They obviously weren't in this game. Then we're going to follow this path here. This is the path that's going to take us back into Gustovia, so you can actually go and start your first quest line and everything like that. But there's a few extra places that we're going to stop on the way. So as we come down here, you're going to come up to this little crest in the hill here, I believe, and you're going to look to the right a little bit, and there are some clay deposits down here. Now there's no animals that are spawning over here that are going to harm you. And if you come right down here, there's another shovel, bronze shovel, and some clay. Now you can pick the clay up if you want, or you can leave it and come back for it later. All depends on how much weight you've got on you. Then you go back out to the road. You can see Gustovia in the distance there. We're going to hit the left side of this little split, and we're going to check the bridge here, because sometimes there are sacks at this bridge, and they're not there because they would be sitting on the other side of the bridge, or under the side of the water. Yep, food, got it. Matter of fact, I can eat. Let's do the oat roll. But the sacks will be sitting over there. Now granted, they're not in my game, but there's potential for them to be in your game. And then that's it. Now we're headed back into Gustovia. You can actually start your quest. You can go to the vendor and sell your items. You can see here, we've got 9,050 coin on day 1, and it's not even dark yet. We're at 16:31. Now granted, you could probably even get this done sooner, because maybe you won't be talking and recording a video. But there you go. And this sets you up real nicely. So once you actually, start your first quest, then you can go and visit. You can go visit Lesnica and see Theobald and buy you a iron crossbow, and you can set yourself up with, 20 iron bolts or something like that. And now you can take on some decent big game early on in the game, and that's gonna give you leather and meat, and of course some of the smaller games is gonna give you fur. But this way you may not get yourself caught up in a bind fighting animals that you can't kill without them killing you, because you have low damage weapons. Now you can still go over and grab the bow and arrows and stuff out of the tool shed over in Tutki. Whether you use them or not, you can sell them, because those are mentioned in some of my other starter videos. And then, of course, my Season 5 playthrough right now that I'm doing, I am located at this cave up next to Baranica. But there we go, folks. 9,000 coins, day one. This is freaking awesome. Now, there is always a chance that Toplitz is going to nerf this. However, during the testing, we didn't have thousands of coins under these stone rocks. And the only stone rock that I was aware of was the one on the island, and it had 300 coins. So this is a huge addition to the game, and it could definitely make your start so much easier. That way you can buy weapons, you can buy ammo, you can buy bags. So you want to go and get bags. I almost forgot about that. Go visit Baranica. There's a sewing lady in Baranica. There is also a sewing lady in Denica. There's also one in Hornica. They all sell the pouches and the backpacks, and you can equip a pouch and a backpack, and then that will add 30 kilograms if you get the large. So you get the I think it's a large pouch and a large backpack or something like that. Just make sure to read the description. That'll add 30 kilograms of weight to your character. So instead of carrying 35 kilograms, you can carry 65 kilograms of weight on you at a time, and it's going to help tremendously starting out on the game. But anyway, folks, if you folks like this guide, definitely hit that like button, share it with your friends or whatnot. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. I greatly appreciate it. It helps the channel out tremendously. All of my other links are going to be in the description below. So buy me a coffee, Facebook, Twitter, Reddit. My Discord is down there. I am usually in my Discord most every evening. So if you want to chat or something like that, feel free to join the Discord. We're building a great community over there, a lot of helpful people. So if you have any questions or anything, pop in the Discord over there, ask your question, and hopefully one of us can get to it fairly quickly and answer it for you. But anyway, folks, you take care. We'll see you on the next one. Happy hunting.